Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. And in today's video, I want to talk about something that I honestly have not done in a long time. And I also want to give special credit because I didn't think about this myself, really. I I was watching some videos on my friend Mobile Gamer's channel. Some of you might know him or have seen him around. He also does Raid Shadow Legends and Marvel Strike Force like I do. But we need to talk about reworking your gear. That's what I really want to come here to talk about. I want to talk about what can you do to get better stats and when to use these ores. You might be sitting on a lot of these. I am, right? I have like 79 of these 6-star purple ones, 46 of the legendary ones. Not so many of the mythical ones, but in the 5-star, I also have like 97 purples and 52 legendaries. When is the best time to use these? And how should you use them in order to maximize your stats? Well, it takes a bit of trial and error and honestly a bit of silver as well to try and shimmy your stats up. But I think this is easier used when you're trying to chase speed stats specifically. Because there is a way, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get some of this in today's video, to be able to rework some of your gear to really jack up your speed stat because you can actually change some of these shitty stats into something good. It's just easier for support characters and especially arena support characters where all you need is speed because trying to rework it to get DPS based stats and things like this is a little bit trickier. But anyways, we're going to get into all that and more in today's video. Now, before we get started, I do want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, get out from under that rock. Download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get Tholan Falbeard absolutely. Oh, that was early. Absolutely free, and Stag Knight, Rector Drath, and Farrakhan the Fat. Don't forget that now you can use this promo code to get Tahanarak, an amazing Void Legendary Support Champion. All you gotta do is use the promo code Desert Queen in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Okay, so let's get started. How are we going to search for this better gear? And I am just going to remove the QR code here for a few minutes here so that we can see everything on the screen, especially in the top right corner. So when to use this gear? Now, we need to search 6-star gear. And for the purposes of this video, we're going to try and look for legendary gear. So we're going to use some of this ore. And my goal is to be able to find some better speed or rework into some better speed. Now, when you have, and for the sake of argument, for the sake of the video, is what I meant to say, can we find any gear? I bet you I have no gear with like quad stats, but if we have gear with triple stats, this might be useful. Actually, for that reason, I might pick open purple as well. I might do this at the same time. So I'm going to go into my substats here. You can see it in the corner here. I'm trying to look for triple substats of anything, if it's possible, right? So I have a feral axe here. I'm going to move myself. Can I move my camera over just a little bit to the other side? I should actually have a secondary setup, but let's just, for now, move myself over here. Okay, so we're going to be on the right-hand side today. And I have triple HP percentage. Now, by and large, I would say there is 12 speed on this, but I don't think I'm using this piece, right? Most of my gear, especially in the feral category, would have much more speed than this to be usable. Now, what you can do, if you want to risk it, you can rework the stats because it has triple on HP on one stat. So when I rework this, it is going to redistribute that triple to another stat. Now, it's going to give me a brand new set of stats completely. So only do this if you don't want the item anymore, or you could screw it up, right? And you also need to have leveled it up probably to at least level 12 for you to be able to at least see the first 3 stats, right? To see if you land a triple in anything. Because once I rework this, that triple is going to go into a random stat, right? When it gets reworked. And that could be speed, which could be really good, right? And that one is going to go into another one. So if you had a quad roll of something garbage, you could rework that and it could be speed. Now, the chances are not necessarily great. We're going to see if we can find something here today Is it going to go the way we want? Triple speed. Triple attack percent. So that did not go the way that we were hoping. I was hoping. We lost the speed as well. But I was going to burn this gear piece anyways. We could do the same for this perception bow, right? So we have triple HP percentage because that's just what I'm filtering right now. And we could rework this for 50k. And that HP percent could very well land into speed. Could it land into speed? I think it just gave me the same fucking thing. So you gotta keep doing this, right? And you go down the list of like what triples do I even have, right? And I might do this for 5-star as well. But I'll go none. Attack flat. Do I have no? Because I probably sold it if it was like attack flat. But if you have a triple on or a quad, but I mean that's rare, right? You'd have to have it level 16 and a quad into a different stat. And normally you wouldn't level something to 16 if it was that many stats into something you didn't want. But if you had enough silver to try and do this, you could do that anyways. So here, I have this triple attack percentage. Oh wait, that was the same one I reworked. So I can't do that one again. I have this HP percentage with a triple attack with the speed. It's also been enchanted with glyphs, but I don't use this. I doubt I doubt I use this anymore. So I'm gonna try, right, and see. Stats improved by glyphs will be lost, unfortunately. Let's see. Will it re-roll me? No, it didn't. It re-rolled me into flat attack. That was terrible. Definitely a wasted piece. I'm probably gonna sell it now. I think of accuracy. Yeah, the rest of the stats are crap. So yeah, unfortunately, that's a sell. And you do get burned by some of this, right? Like you are going to get burned by some. Don't rework boots, by the way. This was already reworked, right? So we reworked it into that. So no longer can we do that. Let's see. Are there anything else in my repertoire of gear in the 6-star range where I might actually triple impulse, feral, resist feral? This might be something, right? Now keep in mind that when you're reworking a gloves, boots, or chest piece, it will also rework the main stat. So this may not be something that you want to try using those 3 bottom pieces. It is a little bit easier on the upper pieces because those are guaranteed to have the same main stat, so you're not fucking around with that. But if you're just looking for sheer speed, for example, for those support PvP arena champions to get that triple or that quad roll, then this is something that you could do. Let's just do this again. Let's just see, is attack flat? It's not great. We got HP flat triple. And it's not easy, right? So defense percent, you can still turn it into speed, right? Impulse, that's a speed set actually. That maybe. We're not using it anyways. Will I get a speed? HP flat. The game really screws with you. But this is honestly the best way, and I know it doesn't sound like it, and I definitely am not going to do this because if I probably have tons of triple speed stat items, but I'm not going to rework that because that would be crazy, right? Crit rate triples. Crit rate triples? There's some. I have some, but these might actually be valuable pieces of gear that I might not want to screw around with. That's the only thing. Supersonic. HP percentage. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to screw around with that. That's the only downside because you'd want to do it with some of these other crit damage. Relentless? Maybe. Let's try that one actually. Oh, I've already reworked it. Never mind. I tried to do that already. Protection. Defense percentage. I don't like that crit damage. But protection is something that I think would be willing to mess around with. I don't think this is a piece that I was actively using anyways. It's not glyphed, right? So I'm going to try. We got attack percentage. But can we get speed? Flat speed. Thank you, player. Thank you, player. Damn it. I was hoping that we would actually be able to prove that it is possible. Instinct shield with resistance. That's definitely not something that I'm going to be using. Let's see. Can we get something into even like crit rate? I guess would be fine too. HP percentage. Might be a usable piece, but honestly, wasn't the best. We did get, as you saw though, we did get it reworked into, it's better for the top row pieces to be able to do that. Slayer boots, I don't want to touch speed boots. And then do we have anything? We don't have anything here. So that was my 6-star. Now, I don't know, like, do I want to do this for, maybe. Do I have any, like, mythical gear pieces where I could do this? I don't have very many of them. That's the problem. Have I even upgraded that many to level 12? Maybe. Did I have lying around? Protections piece. Crit damage with a defense percentage triple. Crit damage, you don't really need protection in crit damage. So, you know what, let's try this, right? Protection's a great set. It's a 6-star piece. Why not? Crit rate. Accuracy triple. With speed. So that was a little bit unfortunate with the red going into crit damage. So we have not been lucky enough to get that triple to land into the speed. But this is really the best way that you're able to do this kind of stuff, honestly. Right? And I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know why I clicked on that. 3, we have a feral with a crit rate triple percentage. There's a lot of good I would love to try to get, and this is actually a quad roll, or it's like you have 5, right? So I don't know if is it gonna adjust with the red? I'm not using this piece. I'm gonna fuck around with this and see what happens. What do I get? Do I get something? Defense? Damn it, speed. Quad crit rate there. Wasn't a real quad, but the red, right? The red roll. That's unfortunate. It would have been really cool if we got something else. Right? Very expensive to do that. Triple crit damage. We have the Relentless Helm into crit damage with a lot of stats that honestly is not great. Oh, it's already been reworked. I've already tried that. Damn it. And the Feral, this one, 10. It's tempting. 10 speed's not enough to really move the needle, I think. Let's see. Can we? Oh, we did it! We did it, but it wasn't the red stat. That's unfortunate. But we did get it reworked, finally. Finally. We got it reworked into speed. Right after that many reworks. It was tough, but we got 22 speed here. That's not bad, right? It would have been better if it was maybe the red stat. I don't know if the if the blank stat is 3, can it reroll into a red stat 3? I'm not sure. Maybe you can't. Maybe it doesn't work that way for mythicals. But we got 22 speed on that piece. That's pretty good, right? If we stick a good glyph on it, that's a lot of speed, especially for Feral, where you get additional speed for other pieces as well. So that was good. That was a good one. Is that it? There's this. Oh, we reworked that. That didn't work. And I think that's it for my. I think that's it. But we can try again for 5-star pieces, right? This is very well still could be valid as well. And you could also just upgrade your pieces, right? So I have a bunch of, you can see I have a bunch of mythical pieces. I could it doesn't even matter, right? Like if we upgraded it to, let's choose a set that I actually want. Let's go back to my 6-star mythicals. Do I have maybe some protection gear that I could easily flip, right? So all we have to do, and this is better to be done probably during a gear enhancement period, but if we went to level 12, and you can see it costs like 200k gold, 200k silver. So it is not cheap to do this, right? You need to have a decent chunk of silver lying around. If we roll this up to 12 and we get a triple into one stat like that, that would be a great, actually that's really good, because if that rolled into speed, when I rework this, that would be really amazing. Right? That is the prime candidate item that you want to test to do that. That if, unfortunately, this does require you to do some silver in order to do this. Not only does it cost 150,000 for the rework here, but you do have to like get a triple stat essentially, which is not gonna. Let's see, like, oh, flat attack. Screw you, Plarium. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what you have to fish for. It doesn't actually matter, and so before you sell pieces, that's what you should probably do, right? So I got another triple flat stat. That is a prime candidate for another rework. Protection's good actually, so I would like to fish for speed on protection. Wasn't on the red stat, but that's fine, right? We could do this again. Oh, resistance. That no speed on it. That's unfortunate. So might have value, might not. Right, that's the downside. We actually, oh, that was a reworked, of course, the accuracy one. So I do like trying to throw the reworks at protection set because I do actually really like protection in general, and I need to get more of this, more good pieces, more fast pieces. Double. I don't really want to rework it though on a double. I want to wait until I actually land a triple on this, right? So ideally, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep going through each of my pieces until I land a triple, and then I'm going to rework it and hope I get like that crit damage, actually. HP percentage crit damage. See, I really like HP percentage on the, and it's unfortunate that it's on the chess piece, but I'm going to actually try to rework this. It's probably going to get a worse main stat, but this might still be good if it lands on speed. Which it did not, but the speed was on there, and they just decided not to give it to me. So if you want to make it easier on yourself to have less of a headache of screwing around your bottom pieces, you can actually filter for that as well. You can just go like that, right? Go for your top pieces. Do the same thing. Do I have any other pieces that maybe would be of consideration? I suppose. I mean, I could go for Mercurial, right? Maybe Mercurial is a really great thing. If you have high speed on Mercurial pieces, or some garbage Mercurial that you might not end up using because the stats are not particularly amazing. Go fishing for some triple stats here on some Mercurial pieces, especially on the top 3 rows. Do I have any here? No, 1, 2, 1, 2. See, if it's not a triple, I really don't want to waste these rocks on that. So it will take a little bit of time, right? For you to find the right piece to use it on. I have a lot more legendary, so let's do that instead. 6-star legendary pieces on the top row. Some good sets that I might have at the bottom right there. Do I have any that actually is a triple of any of this? 2 and 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Really unfortunate. 3 and 1, but it's already speed, so I'm not fucking around with that. But that's what I mean, right? You can test this. But going to level 12 is going to cost you about, on average, about 200,000 silver. So I'm fishing 200,000 silver just to see if it's any good. Now I can sell it, right? I can sell it back for 100,000. So I do not break even, but I kind of do, right? And you kind of have to do this if you have a lot of trash gear. Again, best time to do this would actually be in gear enhancement. So now isn't there gear enhancement running? And then just sell it off if it doesn't end up going the way that you want it. It's probably not. You're probably not going to use it, so you're making some of your money back, I guess, would be the thing, because you're going to rework it anyways. That's the goal. So I'm just fishing around here until I get that level 12 so that I can rework it, right? It's going to take some time, right? There's going to be a lot of garbage, but if you're going to sell the piece anyways, you might as well try it. And that is going to help you get to those higher stats, right? You want to do it on those sets that are going to have very high impact. And especially when it comes to support characters, I unfortunately, this takes a while, so I don't want to subject you to even more of this. But some of the most high impact kind of sets that would be of great value, especially in the realms of PvP. Mercurial would be one, but other really good sets as well. Feral is something that I would look into doing that exact same thing that I'm doing right now. Supersonic potentially as well for support characters is a good one for the bonus, right? For the Field of Champions turn meter by 2% per each buff on enemy. Also, the 6-piece set bonus isn't too shabby as well. I would probably also attempt this on protection set, just because I think this might have some value there as well. You could do this with perception. To be honest, you could do this with perception, and that would be okay. And then also the speed set. Speed set. I don't have a lot of speed gear right now. That's not in use. So those are the sets that I would do the most in terms of rework, because that is where you're going to want to make the greatest value in terms of trying to rework gear to get yourself some better speed, right? Some triple stats wherever you can. It is quite difficult. It will take some trial and error, but that is going to be the best way for you to get some better stats. My R bias, I have not been able to get to 400, but my R bias is at 359 in a almost 9-piece protection set, other than this one Mercurial, because I don't have all the accessories, which also takes time. Now, you could do the same thing, right? When it comes to banners. Could rework the banners. You can also do this too, right? So if you're looking for a particular banner and you don't really care, you know, and then you just go for, you know, the triple, well, in this case it has to be for Sylvan, whatever faction, right? You could rework the faction, you could rework the gear piece. You could do, say, they cost more to upgrade, so keep in mind, 6-star, red gear, and let's get rid of that thing, right? So you could go through the list of your banners and then rework them, see if any of them have a triple triple stat thing, and then rework it to try to get into speed. You could do the exact same thing there as well. So whether it's legendary gear or whether it's mythical gear, that is another way that you can kind of do this to try and bait, you know, this as well. I don't know if I have any, right? Let's see. Do I have a triple accuracy Argonite with some speed on it already? I don't know if I'd want to try, right? Because especially for Argonite gear where I don't have a lot. But the exact same thing, that is what I would prioritize using your reworked ore on, right? Either you're going to use it on accessories, mainly where you can get speed. So that would be the banners. And the easiest place would obviously be your top row pieces of gear, right? So that's going to be, why can I, my filter would be your top row, right? So best of luck, everyone. I know it's possible. It just takes silver and patience and luck. But I know that I haven't actually done a video on using the ore to rework gear, and I wanted to do that here today. Maybe this is helpful for some of you guys. You know, again, it's kind of like late game sort of strategy and tactics, but I wanted to share it with you guys anyway. So that's going to be it for my video now. Before I go, do want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen. Get Thol and Falbeard absolutely free, Stag Knight, Rector Drath, and Farrakhan the Fat at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. Don't forget that you can also get the Void Legendary Support Champion to Hanorak, and all you got to do is use the promo code Desert Queen in the first 48 hours of a brand new account. That's it for me, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you all on the next one. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.